tourism. And then under his leadership, the CVB went on to win 2 Governor's Award for 2014 and 2015 as well. Mr. Williams' tremendous efforts helped to boost tourism in Kankakee County and other events like helping bring the Chicago Bear Training Camp in Bourbonnais.
Larry Williams was passionate about Kankakee, and before his passing was looking into beautification grants that are still available to the city of Kankakee. Hollis Clark wrote that we call Mr. Williams Mr. Kankakee County. This is not only a large loss for our tourism board, but for the entire area as well. I credit Larry with taking the agency to the next level. This is going to be a loss that will be felt for a long time. Larry was doing some great things for our community. So we remember Larry Williams for his dedication, for his passion, for his hard work that he has done here in the Kankakee community, and we must continue to work in the vision that Larry has set forward for the city. Thank you. Moving right along, I would like to introduce the next speaker. I had the honor of introducing this lady. And I'm a person that's all about helping those and supporting those that have passion. And this lady here, she has passion. I have known her for over 4 years. As a matter of fact, please stand for her. Can everybody please stand? I just can't give her any type of introduction. If you're looking for a person that helps those that's in need, she is the person that you want to call. If you're a person at this place and don't have nowhere to go, she is an individual that you need to call. If you don't have any clothes or no food in your refrigerator, this is a woman that you need to call. Now, I have worked with her, and I understand her passion, and she's all about the community. I have seen her work tirelessly and helping those during times like this here, during the holiday season, when those that have lack and don't have any, during Christmas when those parents don't have presents to give to their kids. I would like to introduce some, and she has matter of fact, let me back up, she has an organization they call HUG, and they call it HUG, which means Help Us Give. I would like to introduce the some and present to the others, the woman of the hour, Miss Carolyn Mitchell.
Wow. Wow. Thank you.
It's all right. It's okay. All right.
I am so thankful to be here. And I am so sorry to be emotional. I just left a funeral and rushing around to get here to spread the good word and to spread encouragement. And I'm so thankful to be chosen to speak of Larry Williams. In February, I got invited to the governor's dinner to speak about Larry. After he passed, it shook my world and it shook the Kankakee County's world, just quite honestly. He had a vision and dedication that he didn't only allow himself to see and was selfish, he made us all see through a different lens. I'm going to take a moment before I get into speaking about healthy habits to share with you what I was able to speak about at the governor's dinner. My name is Carolyn Mitchell, and I am the president and founder of a very small nonprofit organization in Kankakee. HUG. HUG stands for Help Us Give. Our foundation is based around providing families based on need and not income requirements, with the basic everyday needs such as clothing, hygiene products, small housewares, and resources. We also host various events throughout the community such as cleanups, random acts of kindness, Thanksgiving dinners, and Christmas family adoptions. It was through the HUG organization that I was first introduced to Larry in 2012. Larry sent me an email requesting a meeting. It was through the meeting that I was introduced to the Kankakee County Convention and Visitors Bureau. During the time of this meeting, I was just wrapping up my executive master's degree at Olivet Nazarene University. He knew I had a lot on my platter and encouraged me at that meeting to stand back and realize that I have just accomplished, and he empowered me to be diligent, aware, and confident in my future endures. I remember sitting at his desk feeling so honored to have just spent hours discussing brand, progress, and resources with the executive director of the KCCVB. Since that meeting, Larry kept every word he said. He remained supportive, boisterous, and active in both our personal friendship and with the HUG organization. He has came himself to pick up coats for children he's seen walking without, and for the past 2 years, the KCCVB has adopted children for Christmas. In 2014, they adopted 5 children. In 2015, they adopted 3 families that totaled 11 kids. When Larry caught wind that the annual Toys for Tots drive was going to be very minimal last year, he felt a personal obligation to replace it. He said the last thing he wanted to do was wake up on Christmas morning knowing a child went without. With that, he began teaming up with several small nonprofit organizations such as the Vernon Wellness, Garden of Prayer, Still I Rise, and Choices to see how he and KCCVB can reach out and give back. Throughout the holiday season, KCCVB and Larry attended coat drives, warmwear giveaways, and health seminars. It was through the Still I Rise health seminar that Larry shared a special testimony of his past fight with cancer. He said it wasn't until he faced the worst bout of sickness that he realized that it was within him to heal. He said that in order to bring about healing, he needed to forgive and become more involved with the less fortunate. Larry was committed to healing. He said that giving heals you and embracing the community heals you. Larry lived by his testimony and gave not only that during the holidays, but all year long. He was a huge supporter of the local Youth Football Association, Park District, and performing and fine arts programs. He donated signs, uniforms, and shared input that would provoke culture and beautification. Larry had a professionalism about him that could correlate the mission of KCCVB with any aspect of the county. He was so very excited about the newly developed strategic plan of KCCVB that focused on art, beautification, and development. Larry believed in a diversified budget that was inclusive of everyone in the community. It was because Larry was both real and passionate that made him such a jewel in not only the city of Kankakee, but throughout the whole county. When a community is struggling like ours is, you can't fake concern and you can't fake passion. His passion and concern was real. Throughout the years, Larry and I had a lot of conversation. They all picked up where they left off, and they all ended up with a shared appreciation that we had of one another. Some conversations needed to be used to problem shoot or to take a proactive approach to what appeared to be a barrier. When those situations would arrive, Larry would remind me that it was through his own strong, diverse culture and experiences with different socioeconomic backgrounds that he found the key to growth is the ability to create a mindset of community. A majority of the conversations filled with discussion of success of his, mine, and those around us. We both shared the deep desire to be it. We both shared similar definitions of it, and we both walked the path that eventually would lead to it. What is success? To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world in a bit better whether by a healthy child, garden patch, or redeemed social condition, to know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have it succeeded. Ralph Waldo Emerson. There wasn't much Larry did not do. He was a guru at marketing. He provoked growth in our economics, and he was the master of creativity. Larry wore all of his capes with nothing but professionalism. He had the manners of a perfect gentleman and the style of a Wall Street businessman. He was bold, brilliant, classic, and courageous. He was our #1 cheerleader. Most importantly, Larry was our friend. As I look around this room this evening, this afternoon, I can see he was individually many of our friends too. I know we will miss him tremendously, but let us take a vow to not let the sadness consume us. Instead, let us promise to remain diligent and committed to our mission in his honor. So, last year, about this time, Larry was here and shared his testimony with us. And when I was asked to come to speak about Larry, I was beyond honored to represent such a honorable man. He taught grace and he taught vision. And those are two things that I base myself upon as a visionary